up, you guys? I am back with another tufting video, and I just got a commission for a rug, and I'm gonna try to take you on every single step that I do without making it a very long video, so pray for me. I was recently contacted by Tampa Bay Marine Group to do a logo rug for them. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, they offer private boat charters in Tampa and St. Pete. So if you're looking for a fun day out on the boat with the homies or your coworkers or something, you should check out their page. It's pretty nice. They're a newer company, and I always get super excited to do like local commissions because I'm all down for support and local. So I can throw in a screen clip of the design that we decided on. It's basically just their logo, and we're fine-tuning a couple of things on there. So I just popped that into Canva and Procreate and modified the design a little bit. We decided on these colors. This is Big Twist. I think it's varsity navy or navy. I'll link all my stuff below like I always do. This is actually I Heart Yarn. It's a Peacock is the name of the color. And then this is also Big Twist, and it is Greymist. So if you're looking to save some money on yarn, I don't know what stores are in your local area, but I always check Joann first because one, they normally always have yarn sales going on, and two, if they don't have sales going on, or even if they do have sales going on, normally you can add coupons all the time, like 20% off or whatever, 50% off one regular price item. They make it really easy to add the coupons. Now I'll show you my invoice that I made and sent out. I personally require a 50% deposit up front that ensures I can pay for my materials, and then the rest I require at shipping. So before I purchase the shipping label, I will send a picture to the client, let them know that their rug is finished, here's what it looks like, and pay the remainder, and then I send over the tracking number once I receive those funds and purchase the shipping label. So now that I have all of my materials, I will go and calculate and put up what I've actually spent so far. Now the next thing I do is hop over to my order form. I'm thinking about getting these printed out like through Vistaprint or something, and maybe I'll put them up on my website if you guys want them. But anyways, so I'm gonna go through here really quick and type out all of the stuff that I've done so far, and I'll probably fill in spaces that I'm about to do. I gotta clear off this frame. I have stuff hanging here from my last rug drop that I did. Get this cleaned up, and then we'll be ready to do the tracing. So I use Canva to do that. I know I still owe you guys a Canva tutorial video of everything that I use it for, but I try to make sure I'm tracking my time and my material costs in this form, so that way I have a more accurate depiction of how much it's costing versus what I'm making. I will put up the invoice. I think I already said I was going to put up the invoice, but I'll put it up again over here and show you guys. I did get approval to share this, so don't come for me, but I charge $170 for this rug. That includes the shipping cost. I'm determining shipping's probably going to cost me about 10 bucks. So if I'm at $75, bump it up to 85, let's just say it cost me $90. What is that? $60 profit. I don't charge as much as a lot of other people do, and I'm slowly working my way up there, but I believe in offering fair prices. That's just my personal opinion though, so you can charge whatever you want. So in short, to recap, we took the time to meet with the client. I spoke with her over the phone, reviewed the design, modified the design, had a little bit of back and forth, made the invoice, sent that over, collected deposit. Then I ordered my materials online, physically went and picked up the rest of the materials. I typed up my order tracking form, and now we're officially gonna move on to me tracing it. Smile.
Hi. Hey, what's poppin', YouTube?
Give it to me like
What's up, y'all? Future Sam here doing a voiceover. Sorry I'm so behind on this video, but I have been in the process of moving to the metro Atlanta area. So let's hop into this. I basically am just going through making sure my lines are level and making sure everything's even. Then I'm cleaning my gun because that's super important to do before and after, you know, starting your projects or in between yarn colors or whatever, because a bunch of buildup gets in there. I heard not to use sewing machine oil, to use like a different type of lubricant, because you don't want to over oil it and it make your scissors not cut as well. But I haven't done extensive research on that, so I can totally let you know. So the first thing I do is I just outline all of my main portions, or pick a portion to start with the outline and kind of work my way in. So I just figured I'd start with that navy color. It's the biggest. I figured I'd get it out of the way. So I'm outlining everything in the navy, and then I'm going to go in and fill in those spots with the gray in between the letters. So after I get the outline done and I fill in those smaller in-between pieces, I'm just kind of going through with that navy and filling everything in, and then I will move on to the next part. My daughter wanted to film some stuff for you guys and show the setup of how I thread my yarn through my frame and get it into the tufting gun. It's a little chaotic, but she did a good job. So now I've moved on to the teal, and I'm starting on the smallest parts. You could go through and do the inner part of the lettering first to make things a little bit easier, but I just went ahead and really tightly lined those small letters for the word group, went in, trimmed the back, filled in the Tampa Bay where I already have that filler in between. I'm doing this little wave here so I can complete my use of the teal, and then we will move on to fill in the gray backing. A couple of things you could take note of as little tips would be, one, don't be afraid to pull your yarn out if you mess up or go over your line like I did on the upper part of this wave, and two, tap your trigger and go slower. It allows you to follow your line more cohesively, and allows you to keep tighter stitching and lessens the room for error. So I'm just really quickly cleaning out my gun with those bright teal fibers before I move on to the lighter gray part of the background. And when I move on to the lighter gray, I'm starting with those filler pieces in between the lettering just to kind of get those out of the way and outlining the more detailed parts of my rug, and then I will go in and do the big strokes of filling the whole entire background. Now, when I finish a certain part or in between the parts of the tufting of the rugs that I do, I will hop back over to this order form and just plug in my time that it took me to do each step, so I have a more definitive time schedule of how long it took me to do each part in the process. Okay, now we got this bad boy tufted, and I am going to take a look at both sides, make sure I didn't miss anything, see if I need to retuft any certain spots, if I went over my lines, basically just doing like a really quick examination of the rug. I also wanted to pop in my line work because it was pretty clean. Okay, it's been a few days. I have 2 of these now. I'm gonna tell you why. So if you see here around the letters, it's a totally different shade of gray than the rest. The reason for that is because these are two different lot numbers. So the amount of dye that was used to create each lot is slightly different. It's very difficult to tell here, but as we can see, it's definitely noticeable. So what I did is I just flipped my frame around, added other things on, and restarted. I don't have great light back here, but this is what we're looking like. So I've tufted and trimmed and vacuumed in between. And we're about to do the gray. Okay, now that we're officially done and got everything tufted, I threw on some Robert 6700 carpet adhesive, and the reason I use that one is because it is made for interior and exterior carpet installation and just provides an extra layer of moisture resistance rather than the 3095. I've said it in every other one of my videos and I will continue to say it, trimming is the most important part of tufting rugs. It really just brings your rugs to life and allows for those clean, distinct, sharp lines to separate your background from the details of your rug. Since I trim my rugs like 5 times over, I normally just come in and watch Twin Paranormal on YouTube because I'm currently addicted to their channel. Now, I will hop on and tell you that the proper way to trim your rugs is not in your living room watching Twin Paranormal. It is in a well-ventilated area, preferably outdoors in a separate space from your living quarters. You probably should wear a respirator or something of the sorts to prevent those fibers from getting everywhere. But unfortunately, I don't follow those rules, and I grew up in a fiberglass warehouse, so I'm used to this life.
Think about this, guys. Faith. It said faith when we were
Might do.
It's cracking me up. I would not go outside. These boys are crazy. Somehow I never film myself spraying and putting the backing on, but once you get the backing on, I use a non-slip. I'm just going through and trimming up the edges so that way you can't see it when the rug is flipped over. And here she is in all of her glory. This rug was such a great learning experience for me. I had no idea about those different dye lot numbers. I am officially moved into my new place up in the metro Atlanta area, so I now have my commissions back open. If you want a rug of your logo or really of anything for your room, for your friends, as a gift, for your business, you name it, just reach out to me and we can get you started. This video got crazy long, so I definitely owe you guys a video on the shipping process and how I get everything shipped out. So make sure you're subscribed and you can catch that one coming up next.